Hi, everybody. My name is Pedro Nunez, CEO of IT Management Solutions. I've been in business for about 11 years in the IT industry, supporting over 100 companies throughout New England and some across the United States. I have known Oksana for over 6 months now. And I'm a father of triplets and a very busy guy. Before engaging Oksana, I have many concerns. So some of those concerns was stress, how to deal with stress, how to deal with anxiety. Having a growing business, it can be very stressful. Also, how to work with losing my temper. Sometimes I have a very bad temper, but it takes a lot to get me there. But anyways, those are some of my concerns, how to actually grow as a human being and be able to handle my work life, my personal life, and expand the capacity to a point where I can live day to day without having to get stressed out and just deal with the situation on a day-to-day basis. My experience while working with Oksana, the breakthrough that I had was that she taught me that I, as a human being, can expand who I am. And by expanding who I am, I can literally be able to deal with anything. Like I mentioned before, I lived a very stressful life. I went through a divorce. I had anxiety. Business, knock on wood, is growing, but it's called growing pains. We're growing, a lot of stress come that way. So I've been able to learn from her, and through the process of meditation and doing all these breathing exercises, how to become more settle, more cool, calm, collected. I have truly learned how not to let the day-to-day get to me and affect me. Like right now, we're going through this coronavirus situation. The Pedro from a year ago would have been panicking right now. So thanks to what I have learned through Oksana, I've been able to truly take a step back and analyze the situations as they come in and not panic. Right? So it may sound cheesy, but it is the truth. And thanks to everything that I learned, I feel that I can live a happier life, less stress. So the impact that Oksana, teachings have had in my life from a personal and business perspective is that now I have a more clear mind, in the sense that I don't think about all of those things that can potentially stress me on a day-to-day basis. Like I mentioned before, I take it like one thing at a time. That's number one. Number two is my energy, my productivity, my focus has incremented drastically. And that's because, as I mentioned, when I don't have to think about stress and everything that's going around, and I just see the positive that just the positive in life in general, I'm able to focus. And because I'm able to focus more, I'm able to be a lot more productive. And I can see that just by looking at the numbers. I can see that by looking at the relationships that I have with my employees, with my families, with everybody else. And understanding that at the end of the day, I'm human, right? And there's so much that I can control, right? So that's how this has impacted me. What Oksana teaches you does work. But at the end of the day, she can lead a horse to water. She cannot make it drink. It's on you. So several years ago, at least about 3 years ago almost, I decided to make a change in my life where I said, I'm going to start investing in me. So I started investing in professional development. So as a business owner, I said, there's many different things that I need to do from a business point of view, but what about the personal side? What about me as a human being? And that's what I was lacking. And one of my coaches, we had this conversation, and that's how I got introduced to Oksana. And I was able to actually engage her. But I did that because I wanted to change as a human being. So if you want to change as a human being, if you want to see results, not only in your life, but your business and into the future, you have to first identify and say, I have to change. I want to change. I have to change. And this is how I'm going to do it. And FYI, I got mentors and coaches for finance, for sales, for marketing, for operations. And Oksana is my coach for all the internal stuff that I have to work on within me.